Perfect timing because the full-time whistle's just gone at Wembley Stadium and it is Leicester's day. They have beaten Chelsea to win the FA Cup for the very first time. Steve Claridge, former Leicester striker, is with us. They were living on their nerves at the end. My goodness, that Schmeichel's save, the VAR call that saved them as well.
Yeah, absolutely. The big moments, you know, I see Schmeichel stood up to the task, and a fractional decision, a marginal decision went their way, and that's they're the small margins that we talk about, that can decide games, and it certainly has. So yeah, VAR has played its part today, certainly in a positive sense for Leicester. No one can begrudge them this win. It's absolutely fantastic occasion for them. It's a really good performance, and do you know what? I just think they just about deserve that.
I mean, what a moment for Brendan Rodgers as well. I mean, to take Leicester for the first time to win the FA Cup. Yeah, no, it's a magnificent achievement for everyone involved. As I said, they are a side now that can look at this and honestly say, look, can we go out and all things being equal, can we win a competition like the FA Cup? Yes, we can. And that's what they've achieved, and that's what they've built over the last 4 or 5 years. Yeah, I mean, absolutely fantastic. The goal itself was wonderful as well, wasn't it? Tielemans with a fantastic
It was strange, actually, because there were, we'd sort of seen it in 3 or 4 times, previous moves where other players had got in that situation, had the opportunity to shoot from that sort of distance, just simply hadn't made the most of it. No real connection, or sclaffing the ball wide. Whereas he picks it up, he just sees the opportunity, and it's a fantastic strike. Thiago Silva stood in front of him, and he hits it across Thiago Silva. Keeper has no chance. A wonderful, wonderful way to win the cup.
Jamie Vardy's looking quite emotional on the pitch.
Yeah.
His journey as a player, he's played every single round.
He's broke records, hasn't he? Yeah, absolutely. He's broke records. He's been one of the players who have been at the forefront of this, the Leicester club and the Leicester side of in recent years. And for someone like him, it's a fitting reward. It really is. They've won the Premier League, and they've won the FA Cup over the last 5 years. I mean, it's not a bad achievement, is it?
They're serious heroes, aren't they, for Leicester? Vardy. Wes Morgan came on for his first appearance since December, of all things.
Slowly. He came on slowly, but yes, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we were looking at it, and as I said, Chilwell, as he gets inside the fullback, I'm thinking, hold on, he's running away saying he's scored that. But in effect, as you say, Soyuncu has got into a bit of a tangle with Wes Morgan, and it's Wes Morgan that scored. And to say VAR has got them out of a little bit of a tangle there.
Yeah, by the very tightest margins. OK, we're back with you in a moment, Steve. We saw the Leicester fans celebrating that VAR call a few minutes ago when it went in their favour. Let's go back now. Kirsty Edwards is with them. My goodness, I imagine it's been lively, Kirsty.
And I think VAR is very popular in this city tonight. But I said this place would erupt, didn't I, if we saw something special in the second half. And my goodness, did it do just that. That strike from Yuri Tielemans was greeted very loudly here. They were off their seats, huge celebrations and big smiles on the fans' faces, like these guys here. I mean, I was supposed to have about 3 fans here. We've now got a whole city. Let's just listen to the celebrations.
This one's for commission.
Well, I don't think we're going to get much sense out of them. Lots of partying. I think that will go on and on and on. And you can't blame them. It's been such a long way for an FA Cup win here at Leicester. The last time they were in an FA Cup final was 1969. They couldn't win on that occasion. They couldn't win on the 3 occasions before that. But finally, it's 5th time lucky. Leicester City have won the FA Cup. Yuri Tielemans with the goal, and I'm sure we'll see more celebrations later when they lift that trophy at Wembley.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Kirsty. So great scenes for the Leicester fans. Steve Claridge, Leicester player, Leicester fan as well, of course, really, aren't you, Steve? I mean, you've seen your old club do it on what was a wonderful occasion for them. And so fitting that, one of the heroes over the years, Schmeichel, comes up with that incredible save right at the end.
Yeah, it was. It was a wonderful, wonderful save. I mean, there was 2 good saves right at the very end. You look at it and you think Chelsea will go away full of regrets, and Leicester will think, what a wonderful wonderful achievement that they've done. As I said, they've waited an awful long time. Haven't had an awful lot of luck in the cup. They've got a decent record against Chelsea as well. So I think they would have gone into this, thinking, we're more than capable of winning this. And on the day, it just about deserved it.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that Chelsea will have regrets. Of course, they were beaten in the final by Arsenal last year as well. I mean, they'll look at it really as 2 missed opportunities.
I think they will. I mean, only when they brought some width on that that could go past people did they look like they had any real threat in this game. I mean, it was all very slow, methodical. They got the ball out wide, and you're getting the ball out to Alonso, you're getting the ball out to Azpilicueta, but it didn't really work because they were expected then to take players on. They were expected to get past people. And by that time, after the goal, Leicester just sat in. So they weren't allowing anybody in behind. Then Chelsea all of a sudden trying to go through the middle. Leicester really have congested those central areas. So there's no way that Chelsea can play through. So they can only go wide. And by not having that threat out wide, they've negated that, that real threat to get in behind Leicester. So it was only when he made the changes. There were one or two things. Reece James didn't play as a wing back. He would have given you a little bit more going forward. Chilwell might have given you a little bit more going forward on the other side. So there'll be moments, we can all in hindsight say we'd have done it differently. If Chelsea had won the game, we'd have said, it was a wonderful decision to play those players. But it didn't quite work for them today.
I mean, Pep Guardiola will have been watching interested. He won't with the Champions League final coming up. What do you think he will have picked out from there?
Well, I think he will expect Chelsea to maybe approach the game in a different way. I think, Thomas Tuchel will slightly change it. I think he'll want to get a little bit more, as I say, threat out wide, and a little bit more positivity down the wings that will create a little bit more and cause a few more problems. Because, as I said, when Leicester had worked Chelsea out, which was that they were just going to try and play through the middle of them. As I said, they got numbers and bodies down the middle of the pitch and didn't allow Chelsea to do that. They ran out of ideas in a way, Chelsea. And as I say, it was only when they threw those players on at the end and just had a go and got the ball forward, they looked dangerous. So yeah, I mean, it's a sort of like an opportunity missed. But as I say, no one could begrudge Leicester that.
Third against fourth in the Premier League, of course. These two they meet again in the Premier League on Tuesday. And it's an absolutely huge game.
It is. I mean, it's probably not as big as this one.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's if you were going to take a win, you'd have probably took today and not Tuesday. But yeah, I mean, it's when you're doing well. The big games come thick and fast, don't they? So you're expected to perform, in each and every one of them.
The FA Cup is going to be presented shortly. It's shining beautifully at Wembley. The blue and white ribbons are on. What a moment this is going to be for Leicester. It
is. It's as I say, it's a magnificent achievement. When you look at it, they've waited an awful long time. You listen to the players, and this isn't a competition that they identified. This is a competition that they really did want to win, and you could see in the manner of their performance and certainly the way that the players celebrated at the end that it meant an awful lot to everybody involved.
Absolutely. Steve, thank you so much for being with us this afternoon. It is Leicester City's day. They win the FA Cup for the very first time. They've beaten Chelsea by a goal to nil. This is the reaction of Leicester fans at full time as they got over the line. They are the winners of the FA Cup in 2021.